I've been asked to do more reverse dies, so I'm going to go ahead and put some of those out there for the next couple of months probably. So here's the next one. If I've already put one, I don't know what order these are going to go out, so yeah. It's a 100% cotton t-shirt. It has not been soaked in soda ash, but it does need to be 100% cotton since it will be dyed with Procion dye after the reverse process. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and do this as an accordion. I'm just going to start from one of the corners. And I could put clamps on this periodically. Those binder clamps work really well for this. But I'm probably just going to do this by hand. I'm going to go ahead and just start with the sinew. Get this locked down on this first part. Alright, and I'm going to pick a direction to go. This side looks easier, so I'm going to start this direction just to make sure these are in pretty good condition. I'm going to slip a couple of rubber bands on. I think it should be okay over here. Just keep into it. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this. Now I can't mark this because it's black. I mean, I guess I could with chalk, but I'm just going to choose not to. I'm going to go, it's probably about 2 inches for each section. Alright, cut that off. Here's this little thing hanging out over here, so I'll go ahead and put this on just to make sure it stays together. And we'll switch over and go this direction. Alright, there's a little bit left on each of the ends, so I'll go ahead and just kind of bundle it. I normally don't like doing this because of what it does in this section right here, but for this one I think I'm going to, simply to fit it in the container that it needs to fit in. I'm going to grab some more of these. That's what it looks like. off to undye, I guess. Alright, so I have a plastic bucket that's supposed to be rated to be able to handle boiling water. We'll see if that's true. Got the shirt. I've got a vinyl coated steel rack and stainless steel hemostats, so nothing should react. Don't use aluminum. What I'll be using is Outright Bright, and I will have a link in the description so that you can find it. I'm going to start doing a layer here, boiling water, then come back a step, boiling water over everything, then up to here, boiling water. You get the idea. Working my way back to either here or here, and then stopping, and we'll just let it sit for a bit and then do a washout. The reason I'm going over everything beforehand is I will be wearing a respirator while I'm pouring the boiling water, because the fumes are not pleasant with this stuff. I've decided to go up at least one more. We'll see how this goes. Alright, going to rinse this out. Use hot water first, just flush it because my hot runs faster, and then cold. Alright, so that's what it looks like currently. I'll go throw this in the washing machine. So this has been washed, placed in soda ash for about 30 minutes, and then spun out in the washing machine until it's just damp. And honestly, I think that's pretty interesting the way it is. But what we're going... Oh, I will say this. You can see there is an arc, so I didn't have those perfectly straight when I was working those. Works for this. I'm actually just going to do a scrunch, and then we'll do some colors off of that. So I'm not going along with the pattern. If you were going to go along with the pattern, you could have left it all tied up, just rinse it out really well, and go ahead and dye it as is. But I'm looking for a combination of effects. So simple scrunch this up, and we'll be ready. Alright, all there is to it. Off to dye. Alright, for this I'm going with Fire Red, Deep Orange, Daffodil, Bright Green, Bluebird, and Grape. And these are all from Dharma. I'm going to do ice first on this. Alright, let that melt through, and we'll take a look and see where to go. It's been over 24 hours, so I'm going to do this washout. Alright, as a first look, I'll throw this in the wash, and we'll take a final look. Alright, so here's the front. And back. Alright, first I want to say if you've never used the Outright Bright, it changes the texture of the fabric, at least from what I've seen over the time I've been using it. These are Gildan G200s, and they normally have a somewhat, I wouldn't say rough, but not soft texture to them. After they are processed with the Outright Bright, they're very close to the soft style. So I lost most of the yellow. I don't think there is any yellow left. It's completely lost in that middle. I probably should have allowed more space in between. I got a little carried away with the first parts with the, what was it, fuchsia and the orange. I should not have placed the orange next to the green because everybody knows that turns to poopy brown. And if you're shooting for poopy brown, cool, but I was not shooting for poopy brown. So, yeah, there's that. Otherwise, I like the overall. Not sure why I have so much white in here, since everything was covered with dye. That's kind of interesting. But again, I like the overall design. I like the look. And I do have another variation on this general idea coming up. I'll be working on it basically right after this. Not sure when it's going to be published. Probably 2 or 3 weeks after this one, though, just to keep variety out in the videos. So, let me know what you think. If you have any suggestions, ideas, etc., leave them down below in the comments. And until next time, thanks for watching.